Hey everybody, welcome to the Squirrel Hole. My name is Dave, and on Twitter I'm Secret Squirrel123. So this is just like going down the rabbit hole, but instead we're going down the squirrel hole for military intelligence information. Now, welcome. This is episode 1 of however many episodes we do. Let's do some housekeeping real quick. First of all, yes, I do have a face for radio. Second of all, I have no security clearance right now, so I'm able to talk to you about certain things that we find out online and are able to break it down for you and give you the information. So there's no OPSEC violation right here. Anything that I talk about you can find online, Wikipedia or other places, but I've put a lot of this together. So this briefing is unclassified. I've never been to Ukraine. I'm stuck here in Texas, but I'm able to get a pretty good picture of what's going on over there at the 10,000 foot level, the strategic level. I've been doing this for 22 years in the military, and then I got out, and I've been doing this on my own, so I'm pretty good at tracking it. Nobody ever gets everything 100% in the intel world, but I'm more often than not right about most things. I was in Op 4 Intel and Air Defense when I was in the Army, so I've got a real well-rounded history. Welcome, and again, welcome to episode 1. I do get tongue-tied, sorry. All right, first thing we're going to talk about is the map here. And what we're talking about is the disposition and breakdown of the Ukrainian army. I keep hearing people ask me, well, the Ukrainian army is about destroyed, or it has very little left, or whatever. Especially on the Russian side, and I'm still waiting for the Russian army to show up, the real Russian army that people say that's out there. So what we're looking at is 106 maneuver brigades. Okay, we're not talking 20, 30 maneuver brigades. We're talking 106. Nobody's seen them yet, but we know that they're there. We've got Eastern Group, which has 13 brigades. We've got the Northern Group that has 13 brigades. West has 11 brigades, and South has 10 brigades. In addition to that, we've also got the Navy with 6 brigades. Reserve forces have 24 brigades, 4 of them are tank. Jaegers have 6. Jaegers and Mountains have 6 brigades. New Forming is 2 brigades. Airborne is 10 brigades. Assault brigades and these are just coming up, are 8 brigades, and they're all experienced troops. Then you have engineer, aviation, special purpose forces, or Spetsnaz, or special forces. All these brigades, counting the independents, the volunteers, the presidential units, they are all forming up to have over 106 brigades. Now, why is that important? Well, only about 25 brigades are right here on the front fighting right now. The rest of these guys are back here at a huge training area in this part of Ukraine, and in Germany, and in the UK, and in the United States, Poland, where all these troops are getting all this training to come into the battle. At some point, you're going to have about 60 to 70 brigades at one time that are able to push. And some people say, well, what about the borders? Well, the borders are well protected with the Ukrainian border troops and the other troops that are not even listed on this. So next time somebody says, Ukrainian army is exhausted, no, not even close. Okay. This is actually a training copy of a training device for T-72 tank. Now, T-90 tank, all it is an upgraded T-72. So the T-90M, similar layout, similar engine, similar gun, everything's about the same. And it's their best tank that they have right now. And I have no respect for it, none at all. And why? Because of this. This is the Carl Gustav, okay? It is a shoulder-fired anti-tank device that came out in 1947 when the world was full of Shermans and T-34s. This bad boy right here was used recently to take out a T-90, okay? This 80-year-old excellent piece of device fires this, went through the frontal armor of the T-90 and took it out, right through it. So if they don't have any chance against these, what's going to happen when you got the Western tanks up there with the 120 millimeter made guns hitting it with about 10 times this power. So congratulations on the Ukrainian that did it. It just shows that a lot of the hype that for the Russian tanks is not earned. All right. And speaking of Russian tanks, we're going to talk about on the Russian side right now. We're talking the 4th Tank Division. The 4th Tank Division started life out as the premier division of the Russian army. Came down in this area right here at the beginning of the war. It's been destroyed at least 3 times, and every time it gets destroyed, it comes back with less and less power and knowledge because they've lost the vast majority of their trained troops, and they've been filling it up with reservists and even non-trained people at all. So this division started out with a bunch of T-80 uniforms and BMP-2s, and now I'm seeing more T-72s, BMP-1s, museum pieces. So this one right now is in combat for part of the 1st Tank Army, and we'll see if it's destroyed again and they have to rebuild it. Last thing I'm going to cover is this. This is a PFM-1, okay? A lot of people have seen these on YouTube or videos or whatever, of Ukrainians playing with these. These are very dangerous because they're air scattable, they drop by bomb, and this is the trigger for it, pressure plate, and it's cumulative. It's not, you step on it, it goes click. This, you put a little bit of pressure on it, and it'll remember how much pressure is on there, and then once it hits the tipping point, it'll go off. The thing you're not supposed to do with these things is smack it with a 2x4, throw a tire at it, or pick it up with a shovel and just throw it across the street. All things that we've seen in videos. They're very dangerous. They blend into the ground very well. They look like leaves. And these things are banned by the UN. We've stopped using cluster munitions like this. Russia's still using them. They'll be finding these in Europe or in Ukraine for probably decades to come. All right, so quick, fast, down and dirty. You got some information. We're going to do another video here coming up soon. Send me your questions. And we actually support Liberty Ukraine. If you have any money you want to donate, contact Liberty Ukraine. There's going to be a link or something down there. And they've been around since 2014. They're not some bunch of heroes that just showed up or somebody that's asking you money for a car or something like that. These guys give money directly to, or equipment, not money. These guys give equipment directly to the units, and they'll send you back a video or a picture of the unit getting it if you want. If you want to donate a drone specifically, they'll put your name on it and send it over there. So donate to them. All right, till we see each other again, thank you so much for watching. Dave out.